Hey guys, it's Ndoplex and welcome back to Monster Hunter Wilds. Now, thanks so much to you guys for getting me to 1,000 subs. It's actually been so crazy and I kind of can't believe it so far. But anyway, you'll have seen most of my videos recently have been on all the rare endemic life in Monster Hunter Wilds. And so, if you want to go ahead and find those all separately, you can do in these videos. I'll link on the screen now. However, if you want them all, this is going to be a quicker showcase, a quicker breakdown of the area, the season, and the time that they spawn, and just a little clip of me catching the creature, and just to showcase you guys every single rare endemic creature in Monster Hunter Wilds that you can catch so far. So without further ado, we're going to go from top to bottom on this list, and our very first rare endemic creature here today is gonna be the Black Windrustler. These guys are going to be found in the Windward Plains over towards areas 8 to 10, all around these sort of areas you can find them running about during the daytime and in the season of plenty. Hey, there we go. So you can see... Did he just scare it off? Okay, no, see. Rathian's going to try and attack me here, but you can see here I do have one of the Black Windrustlers. He's probably going to try and run for his life away from this Rathian, just like I'm going to do, but before he runs, we're just going to catch him and secure ourselves a nice rare creature. There we go. Right, next up we have the Hymstrigian, and these guys can be found in the plains and the forest. I like to personally find them over in the forest, and where you're going to want to look is over at area 8 in the Scarlet Forest, and this is going to be in the season of plenty at nighttime. You see him there with his slightly more purpley chest, so yeah, he is pretty purple and relatively easy to spot. He looks like he's just got a great big fluffy chest compared to the regular ones, which just have that sort of whitey chest. So yeah, pretty easy to spot, but go ahead and catch him to acquire another rare endemic life in Monster Hunter Wilds. Next up we have the Sandstar, and this one can be caught over in the Windward Plains. He is able to be found all the way from areas 7 up to 12 and then over towards 13. My most common area to find him is over here at area 13 during the dunes. And as a side note, bring some Screamer Pods with you, because if you shoot a Screamer Pod at this guy, you'll stun him and make him a lot easier to catch. He's going to be found over at the Windward Plains during nighttime in the season of plenty. Background, he does seem to very consistently spawn here, and like I said before, this time I'm actually going to pop the Screamer Pod, jump off, put my capture net on, and capture him, no problem at all. So, nice and easy. That way, you will have A, got yourself a nice achievement, and also completed that side mission for those guys, so you can finish up those quests. Next up, we have the Curioshell Crab. Now, this guy can be found in every single area of the game except for the Wounded Hollow. It doesn't matter what kind of day or what weather conditions, I found this one in nighttime and the fallow. And my most preferred location to find this guy is going to be over here at the underground lake, and he can be found just on this little outcrop here. Hey, there he is. Come here, you little bugger.
What do you suppose this is?
Next up, we have the Dazzlewing. These guys can be found over in the Scarlet Forest, and these guys are found during the daytime and the season of plenty. They are found in a few different areas, but my most common area to find these guys is going to be over at area 15, and one spawns just here on a broken tree over in area 15. Oh, there he is. Look at that. What beautiful feathers you have, good sir. And that is going to be our Dazzlewing. Mine. There we go. Like I say, I've had him most commonly spawning on this tree right here, so go ahead and check that out for your greatest chance. Hey, you don't escape just because you look nice. There we go. Next on our list, we have the Regal Scarab. Now, these guys can be found over in the Scarlet Forest during the morning at the season of fallow, and they are located just on a few trees from areas 1, 2 to 3, and you're looking out for these trees that have the red sap coming out of them. You should see a group of scarabs on here, and one of them has a chance to be the Regal Scarab. I take it back. There we go. You see him sat right in the middle there, just the slightly bigger looking one. And for reference, that is over this area, but they can spawn on any of the trees that are holding this sort of red sappy area. So go ahead and look for these sort of beetles, and when you find the bigger leaf shaped one, that's how you know it's going to be the right one for you. And you can go ahead and catch it and secure yourself another rare endemic creature. Next, we have the Gravid Hercudrome, and this one again is found over in the Scarlet Forest. This guy can be found during the season of fallow at nighttime, and it is found on exactly the same trees as the Jawed Scarabs that we talked about before, over in areas 1 over to 2 and areas 3. Look out for the trees with the red sap coming out of them. However, that one there most certainly looks like a gold Hercudrome. And now, as you can see, this one is literally just outside of the base camp. There is going to be this shiny gold Hercudrome. He doesn't always spawn here, but he does have a very high chance to spawn here. And next, we have the super rare Prism Hercudrome, and this guy can be found over in the ruins of Wyveria. The timing on this one is very specific. It has to be late night in Wyvern's Tranquility, and it is specifically on this tree over in Area 6. I can show you the location on the map just here, if this guy will stop headbutting me. The location on the map is just here in Area 6 in the ruins of Wyveria. Oh! We actually got it! Yes! Gimme! A Prism Hercudrome! Oh my god, that took so long to get. Next up, we have the Azure Rufflizard. Now, this guy is found in the Oil Well Basin, and there is no strict time or weather conditions for this guy. However, I have currently got it in morning and the season of plenty, but there are a few locations he can spawn. One of the prevalent locations he can spawn is down in Area 15. There are 2 spawn points for this guy, one just here and one further up towards this exit over here.
Do you suppose this place was once a workshop too?
Next, we have another really rare creature. This is the Peony Sparklerjelly, and this guy can be found over in the Oil Well Basin. He spawns over near Area 13, just in a little cave opening over here in Area 13, and it is going to be during nighttime in the season of plenty. One big giant eyeball. Come to me, you're mine. Oh! Yes. There we go. The peony. Next up, we have another super rare creature, and this is going to be the new Yaya. These guys spawn over in the Oil Well Basin, and they're going to spawn specifically over in Area 17 here, which is the new Udra's lair. Now, the spawn conditions for this guy are a bit specific. What you're going to have to do is go to Fire Spring in any time of the day, and you should see that a new Udra has spawned. Now, you're going to head over to Area 17 and check whether there are eggs hanging from the roof of Area 17. If there are, Alma should say something along the lines of, look at these new Udra eggs. If this happens, then you're going to want to go back to camp, rest until morning of the plenty, head back over here to Area 17, and you should find the new Yayas flying all around the area. These are all of our little new Udra babies, called the new Yaya. So, I mean, while you're here, might as well catch a few of them. Next, we have the Gillopod. This can be found over in the ruins of Wyveria, and they spawn on the walls in the same places as Pillopods. Me personally, I like to look up in Area 8, just as this line connects to the main Area 8 region. There is a little pillar here that spawns a bunch of these guys on, and weather conditions for these guys are going to be season of the plenty, and time of day doesn't actually matter. Find another one right there. There we go. Straight away, we found another one. Now you can see here, these are your regular pillow pods. They're much smaller little rectangles, but as you can see here, the bigger rectangles with the glowing red eyes is going to be our Gillopod there, and we will have acquired another rare creature. Next up, we have the Downy Crake, and this guy can be found over in the Ice Shard Cliffs, specifically on the back of Rathma. I like to go to Area 20 in the Ice Shard Cliffs and head out to check on Rathma in Area 13 and up to Area 12 here. And the conditions for this are going to be season of fallow and during the daytime. So, as you can see, they're going to get startled and they're going to start running away over to this hole. And like I say, you can still catch them, even if they do that, and get yourselves the rare endemic life. And as a little final bonus one here, these guys don't technically class as a rare spawn, but they are actually quite rare to find. So it's going to be the Zoo Yo, which is a baby Zoo Woo, and these guys are going to be found over in the ruins of Wyveria. Weather conditions for this are going to be Wyvern's Tranquility, and I personally have got it in daytime, and the area to search is going to be over at Area 12 in Wyveria's ruins. This is the Zuwoo's lair. Head over there during the season of plenty and you should be able to catch these guys. And as you can see, there is a bunch of these little new yo babies flying around, and you can just go ahead and catch as many of these as you like. Over to our aquatic life. Now, it's worth mentioning for all these aquatic fish, you can catch a lot of these guys as long as they're not giant fish. with a capture net. However, if you catch these guys with the capture net, they will not count as progression towards any side quests you have. So for example, the side quest to catch the Gravid Bowfin, if you catch it with a capture net, you will not get progression for this side quest. You have to catch it using the fishing rod, so just be aware of that. First things first, our first rare aquatic life is gonna be the Gravid Bowfin. This is also used for one of Kanya's quests, and you're gonna want to use the Emerald Jitterbait to catch this guy. This guy can be found in a bunch of different areas. Me, personally, I like to find him over in the Windward Plains. And it's going to be at Area 13 at the Oasis here. These guys can spawn during the Season of Plenty and at nighttime.
Yeah.
Oh, you snagged a rare one.
Next up, we have the Escunite. This guy can be found over in the Scarlet Forest and can be caught using the tentacle jig. And funnily enough, the Escunite is a rare creature and it will shine in the bag when you catch it, even though we do have a Grand Escunite, which is, I guess, an even more rare variant of the Escunite. Weather conditions are going to be daytime and the Season of Plenty, and I like to find them in Area 8 at the underground lake. If you just swim under this little area here and onto this platform, they can spawn in the water just ahead of you. Next up, we have the Grand Escunite, the aforementioned even more rare version of the Escunite, and this can be found in the exact same locations as the Escunite. It is going to be over in the Scarlet Forest, and to catch the Grand Escunite, you're going to once again use the tentacle jig. We're going to be set over to daytime and the Season of Plenty, and it can be found again over here in Area 8 at the underground lake. If you swim under this little area, you can find them in the water just ahead of you here.
Yeah.
Oh, you snagged a rare one.
Next up is the Petricanths, and this guy is going to spawn over in the Scarlet Forest and the Oil Well Basin. And to catch this guy, you're going to want to be using the Duster rigs. And this guy can be found during nighttime in the Season of Plenty at the Scarlet Forest, and actually spawns in this body of water just next to the Ruin Interior Camp over at Area 16. And last but certainly not least, we have the Goliath Squid. Now this one is going to want to be caught once again with the tentacle jig and can be found over in the Scarlet Forest. Specifically, this is going to be during the Season of Plenty and at nighttime, and it spawns over in Area 17 just along the shoreline here between the two Loch Ruins parts. Come on, you're mine now. Yep, there we go. Hey, we have the Goliath Squid. Look at that. Beautiful. And that's going to be about it from this video. That is going to be every single rare, endemic creature and aquatic life in Monster Hunter Wilds. If you did enjoy the video, guys, please be sure to give it a like and subscribe to the channel. And if you want a more detailed and explained look into all of these rare creatures, I've got multiple videos on my channel, so go check those out. I shall link them all in the description down below. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.